everybody, it's Hunter and Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys should get patrons over on Patreon or subscribe for more videos. So yeah. Okay. So today we are going to be talking about Maria, and it's basically confirmed that she had silver eyes. I think it was confirmed before.
We get, like the opening
it was
very
heavy,
unsubtle.
okay, so let's, talk about our process. So first, when we first saw her before
Don't
the
you
opening
love us?
was
Like,
released...
we'll make a video about a theory, about multiple theories, then we'll make a video about one particular theory in that video about multiple theories, and then we'll do a third video describing the linearity of the process.
Of our
we
theories.
can really milk content.
Anyway, so first we did a video like, oh, is she a silver-eyed warrior? Is she a winter maiden? Is she a bad guy? Then the OP came out and we were like, yeah, she fucking has silver eyes, right? Because of the sort of symbolism in the OP where it's in, like, Ruby's eye and then it goes into Maria. So we were like, yeah, she has fucking silver eyes. Like, that was it. And people were still waiting for official show confirmation, though, because obviously we don't know what comes true until they talk about it, which makes sense. I'm just saying it was basically already confirmed. So yeah, that's just my personal... I'm trying to get both of my hands in front. That's just my personal feeling, though, if that makes sense. Like, no, oh yeah, we knew that already. Like, it's not a big deal. Does that make sense?
I feel like I was looking for it. I thought she was gonna be like, I have silver eyes too. But like, she had silver eyes. So I'm like, okay.
So her eyes are gone.
I thought there was gonna be a moment where she takes off those glasses. No, those aren't glasses, those are her eyes. She does not have eyes.
Well, those are goggles that I think are implanted into the under...
Yeah, no, it's
thing, if that makes sense. Like, they're, like, in her head.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
I know, but I'm saying they're... Like,
yeah,
they're in there.
Pop them off.
Right. And...
Fuck me, I ran out of batteries. Like...
So, here's an interesting thing, right? Hazel's been like, we've dealt with silver-eyed warriors before.
Oh,
that's my Hazel voice. And so here's my idea about that.
Yes. Oh.
So I think that because...
That's why you were talking about Hazel so many goddamn times.
So...
In the fucking reaction.
Yeah, did you not, like,
no,
were you just, like, Cal just
like,
rambling and nonsense?
Talking about Hazel. When was he relevant?
Hunter's just confused. No, but remember, right, Hazel doesn't seem like he wants to kill other people. Like, you know, what are you doing? He talks about Sienna, right? And he's like, that wasn't necessary. I don't think that's exactly what he says, but he's basically like, that wasn't part of the fucking plan. Right? Yeah. Like, he doesn't see the value in death. And so I feel like if he's the one going after and dealing with silver-eyed warriors, instead of outright killing them, he would just snatch their eyes. Right? That would make sense to me, because Hazel seems on the realm of pacifism and doesn't want to kill people unless it's Ozpin. Right? And even Tyrion is a psychopath, and so he'd enjoy ripping somebody's eyes out instead of outright killing them, right? And just leaving them that way. And so I feel like that I'm pretty sure this is basically confirmed at this point, that Hazel and the team ripped out Maria's eyes. Like, that's basically it. And that's a theory that we had a while ago, like, when we were talking about Maria's silver eyes and why she's wearing the goggles and all that. We kind of talked about, oh, like, Hazel could have, like, they could have taken them out, because it sounds like that's what they're doing. But now it's basically confirmed that she doesn't actually have eyes under there, right? And so I feel like that the idea is yeah, I'm pretty sure that Hazel and Tyrion and whoever else have been ripping out people's eyeballs and whatever. So yeah, that's a little disturbing. But yeah, I'm saying this as a theory, but this is it's practically on the cusp of being confirmed. You know what I mean? Just because of all the information we've gotten. If Tyrion and Hazel didn't rip out her eyes, who did it? Like, if the villains didn't rip out her eyes, what happened to her? Because some people...
Yeah, you mentioned that Tyrion said, like, I'll rip out your eyes, like...
eye for an eye,
yeah,
like...
eye for an eye, like, maybe...
Like, you know what I mean?
Maybe
like, all that
traditional.
stuff. Maybe. Or tradition, you mean?
Tradition.
Yeah. A couple people said that maybe the use of silver eyes over time deteriorates them and makes them people blind. I just don't think that that's necessarily it anymore. Just because, like, I don't know. I feel like Hazel's like, I've dealt with them, but like, we've dealt with them before. Maybe it doesn't mean killing them. Maybe it means ripping their eyes out. But maybe people like Summer got a little too close to Salem, and so they actually had to kill her, right? They couldn't just rip out her eyes. They had to actually murder her, whereas with Maria, they just ripped out her eyes and called it a day, and, you know, just a normal day when you're a villain. I do like the idea of, hey, over time, if you keep using this power, it'll make you blind, right? Like, I like that idea.
Eyes, chances are they'll also bleed out. So, like, maybe they did rip her eyes out and thought she was good and dead, but she wasn't. She survived. No,
oh, Maria. Yeah, maybe.
Because, like, if I ripped someone's eyes out, which I'm not saying I have, but hypothetically speaking...
How would that make you lose a lot of blood, though? Like, your eyes are just one vein, like, connected to your head,
Hey,
isn't
do you know what's behind there?
What?
Like, then your eye sockets are open, then presumably, like, you
Couldn't
bleed
you
a lot,
cauterize
I'd
them?
imagine. Which, I mean, maybe she cauterized her own eyes, but that would be pretty brutal. Like, I would imagine if they ripped your eyes out, it would bleed a lot. Chances are, like, it's not a perfect
I'm so
tear.
glad I have my eyes. I don't want to talk about this.
Maybe there's also probably, like, veins or arteries. Like, it's around your brain. That's a pretty important,
I want to look this up.
area.
If you...
Sweet Jesus. I'm
How
pretty sure...
Siri.
Like...
Interesting question.
I didn't even get to ask. Siri. Siri. If somebody ripped my eyes out, would I bleed out?
Okay, I found this on the web for if somebody ripped my eyes out, would I bleed out?
Okay.
How
Let's find...
possible is it to rip someone's eyes out?
Okay, so they're talking about Deadwood. Okay, being a nurse, I'm in a unique position. The answer is yes. This is okay, blah, blah, blah. It's possible to pop the eye out of the socket and get it caught between the lids. This can damage the eye unless it's put back in place. Okay, this can happen in mentally ill individuals, whatever. Where eyes are gouging are used for self-defense. This is possible as well. Rather, you should try to force your thumb between the eye socket and the eyeball into the skull. This will cause more pain, more fear. Continued increasing pressure will either destroy the eyeball or pop it out of the skull.
Oh!
A man whose eyes gouged out by a random assault, according to police, is shocked and angry after his attacker is already back on the street. He went through the eyeball, and I can't describe your pain. Okay, blah, 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 blah. But yeah. So, it looks like you don't necessarily die. Because that guy is still alive.
I'm sure you would bleed a lot. I'm sure you would bleed a lot, and without, like, quick medical attention.
Well, that's just life, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Without medical attention, you couldn't make it.
Anyway, what I'm saying is I do like the idea of her silver eyes just, like, causing damage. I do like that theory. It just doesn't seem like that's necessarily what's happening, but I do like it. Because it kind of makes it so every time you use your silver eyes, they really have to count. You know what I mean? Like, throughout your lifetime, like, you can't just use them willy-nilly on a pack of Grim. Like, you actually have to sort of conserve your power. Apparently, there's also... Is it Naruto? There's some anime that does this. What? Like, that you use your power more and more and it damages yourself. Somebody is making a comparison in the comics. Maybe it wasn't in the comics, in the comments.
Sharingan from Naruto, like the triple comma eye.
Okay, what does that... Does that have any weakness or no?
You use it? I don't think so.
Maybe it was another anime.
But then again, I haven't watched all of Naruto because it's quite long, so...
Anyway, somebody was making a comparison to another anime where the more you use your power, you, like, go blind and die and shit. So.
Well, that's common if you overuse your power, like, oh, nosebleed, like at 13 or 11, rather, from Stranger Things.
13? Hunter.
Listen,
honey,
don't give me...
Are you
Listen,
okay?
I only flubbed once this time. It's not like our first episode.
Anyway, so what do you think? Do you think Hazel ripped the eyes out, or do you think they naturally get
you know what I want to see?
I
want to see... Not saying Maria isn't still a badass. My abuela is still a badass.
You want to see Maria in her heyday?
I want to see Maria in her heyday when she's got her silver eyes and she's kicking ass and taking names viciously. Mm-hmm. I think
we're due for a flashback. Like, I think we're due for a Team Stark flashback, because this conversation is obviously going to go into summer. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, go into Summer Rose. Like, it's inevitable for it to.
Was it your mother?
Was it your mother? Or was it your father that had the silver eyes? Right? Like, all of that sort of stuff. So, I can see that happening. I feel like we're getting some summer information. We're also gonna find out exactly, because Ruby's gonna ask, what do you mean had? Like, somebody's gonna ask that, right? We're gonna get backstory on this eventually, whether it's next episode or a couple other episodes. And also, remember, Hazel, Emerald, and Mercury are tracking down the team. And we'll talk about this more in another video I want to do this week, but when you think about it, if Hazel is the one that ripped out Maria's eyeballs, then he would try to do the same to Ruby, and Maria would also remember him. I mean, it depends on when her eyes were taken out, though. She's kind of old, so I feel like Salem must have some older members on the squad. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because, like... Hazel can only be like 30 years old, you know what I mean?
Because presumably, like, because they all look relatively young. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure she's
and
had
so
like
when
a
did this
rotating
happen
cast
to her?
of baddies.
Yeah, and so like who did it and all of that sort of stuff. But anyway,
that would be cool to be like, oh, I remember like
I remember you, Hazel. Like you're the one who gouged my eyes out. Like
I remember Carmilla, the other person that was in our group.
You're just naming, like
making
you're
up
just
a name.
making
Like,
up.
I remember.
That sounds like a color name.
That would be cool if like we can see a flashback
of Salem's old team.
Where maybe group. like the old group of people that Salem had, or like maybe she had another underling that since died, and they show the fight between young Maria and the old Salem underling, and maybe they're kicking each other's ass.
We're definitely due for flashbacks though. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, you guys should be on patrons over on Patreon, and you guys should subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys would like to support the channel further, if you guys want to see us make more videos, if you guys want some cool, awesome rewards, you guys should become patrons over on Patreon. Patrons on Patreon have a variety of different rewards, so some of them are being able to request videos from us, so you could ask for a shipping video, a theory video, and we'll do it. Some of the rewards have to do with early access, so getting a video a week earlier, past a week early, and stuff like that, but the most important reward is getting access, at least I think it's the most important reward, access to our Discord server where you guys can talk and hang out with us. It's lots of fun, so I hope that if you guys want to support the channel, that is the route that you will take, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.